All right. Hope you're all doing well in this January. It's currently, I guess, it's a new year for a lot of us. So, yeah, I hope you all crush your goals and stay locked in. But in today's video, I want to talk about something that I think could be super beneficial. It's been very helpful for me. It's something that I've been working on for many years. And yeah, it again, like this is something that you can do to kind of enhance your fit your appearance in general. And that's just dressing better. You know, my personal experience was I used to dress like I've always been into dressing. Like, when I was like 15, 16, like I used to get clowned for the way that I dressed. Because at that point in time, I didn't care. I just dressed whatever. But I used to get clowned for the way that I dressed. And at that point, I was like, I didn't really care. But I noticed that in myself, I always felt a little insecure about myself at that time. I mean, obviously, in physical appearance, I was very skinny and this and that. But I always felt like, you know what, like, I kind of want to dress nice, look good, feel good, do good. Type that the quote, right? And I always wanted to experiment with that, and I experimented. I tried, and then at some point, I was slowly, wearing certain types of things, certain types of shoes, certain types of jackets, and I noticed one very important thing that I noticed is anytime that I took care of my appearance and I went out, people started to like the way people were around me was really different. It was a very different type of vibe with a lot of people. It wasn't just people, but myself. I also started to feel more confident in myself. And maybe that could be a result of how the way people would like perceive me, but that's a big thing that I noticed. So for the last 2 years or so. I mean, before that, I was always like dressing decently. I use sometimes I'll get compliments of people saying, "Oh, I like the way that you dress." I think I dress all right. Like I don't think it's like anything special, but what I do is and I'll talk about this in a second. Yeah, but I found that with me when it comes to dressing now, I feel like I feel very confident when I go out and it's normal, right? But why should you dress better, or why should we all dress better? Now, the reality, and this is something that people were all saying, oh yeah, you're beautiful just the way you are. But the reality, and this shouldn't be the main motivator. I'm gonna say the other one, but the reality is first impressions matter. The way that you look, the way that you talk, the way that you talk to people, like the way you communicate with others, the way that you make others feel. These things matter. And when you dress nice, then when people look at you, they're like, okay, you know what, that's a really okay, I respect you. And I've had opportunities come in, like just because of the way that I dressed, in general, just in general, like just things happen, and people just perceive you better. Again, I don't know if I said this in this video, but when I went somewhere the other day, someone, came up to me and we started talking, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I saw the way that you dress," and I was like, "I knew that, that you were someone that I should talk to." And I wasn't wearing anything crazy. I was wearing like an overcoat, and then I think I was wearing like some Chelsea boots or something like that. Nothing crazy, but yeah, it's like the world kind of treats you differently, and that's something that I want to really emphasize, because sometimes I know a lot of us feel like, oh yeah, we don't care about this and that, like this kind of stuff, and or sometimes when you're like your physical appearance, like your weight and this and that. I know there's this thing, like there's a thing called, like, what is it, like fat body shaming or something like that. If you go to the gym, you're fat phobic or something like that. All that stuff, yeah, it's like honestly, like I don't respect that kind of stuff personally, and that's something that I just can't. If you're someone that's working on yourself every single day, you're not there where you're at, where you want to be, but you're working on yourself every single day. I love that. That I 100% respect that. Anytime I see someone at the gym, I respect it 100%. But if you're saying that somebody is because they want to take care of themselves, or they want to, just they want to look better, that they're fat phobic, or they're then I personally don't agree with that. But and that's the thing with clothing. When you dress nice, your overall life will, like, or overall things will change. People, like, you'll notice it. And another thing too, and besides like the outside perspectives, is your own the way you feel. When I wear one of my jackets, one of my overcoats, or when I wear a polo, or when I wear jeans, it's a whole different vibe to when I'm wearing, just one of my. I have one jacket that I wear sometimes when I go to the gym. It's one of the. It's like a very like I've had the jacket for years, but it's one of those jackets I just wear, right? It's a complete different vibe when I wear that jacket to one of my overcoats. And I've even been changing things up. I've been wearing my overcoat, but I've been wearing like a sweater, like a hoodie, and like there. So it just looks a little more casual. And that's the thing. Like with clothing, you can make something formal and you can take it and you can put it in the middle and make it a little less. So you look elegant, you look good, but you also look like you look modern. It's a very modern type of way of dressing, and you don't have to compromise any beliefs and that. Like as long as you're dressing modestly, then that's really what matters. Don't wear anything revealing. Isn't that's something that I also emphasize as well. But yeah, just taking care of. And I think I want to start talking about this little more in this channel. Just taking care of your appearance. That's something that I've always just been trying to do. Just taking care of my appearance. It's something that I've really wanted to do in my, because I don't know, I've just found that it wasn't necessarily the way people thought about me. I'm not really someone that I don't really get bothered by the way people feel about me, but the way I feel about myself, the way that when I look in the mirror, like, am I taking care of myself? And a lot of times when I'm not looking like my best, or when I'm not looking up to par, it means that something's going on in my life. It's kind of like the concept of, when your room is dirty or your house is dirty, it kind of reflects on your life. When I'm feeling good, when I'm looking good, then I tend to just feel more confident, and that just makes things a lot, it just makes it a lot easier. They say something called easy mode, living life on easy mode. When you do stuff like this, when you take care of your appearance, and you don't have to go out and start wearing a suit, like you don't have to wear a whole suit and this and that. All you have to do, just take your style right now and just take it up one level, right? So if you're wearing maybe jeans and a t-shirt, maybe try a polo. Just try jeans and a polo. Try that out. Maybe if you wear sneakers all the time, maybe try white sneakers, or try some different type of sneakers. Just try to elevate your style in some sort of way, right? If I don't know, if you're wearing if you wear like certain types of jackets, maybe try to change up the jacket. Try to experiment. That's what you need to do. Experiment. Find your style. The amazing thing about clothing is, or just style in general, is everyone has their own style. Like I'm wearing these glasses. I never wear these glasses, by the way, but everyone has their own style, and because of that, you get to really find who you are. So if you dress a certain type of way, people will associate you with that type of clothing. When they think of you, they're gonna be like, oh, like I have a friend like at my part-time job. I only see him in a suit. So I can't imagine him without a suit. Like I literally can't think about him outside of a suit. So I'm like thinking, oh, when he goes to school, he wears a suit, like in my head, right? But I just can't imagine him without a suit. It's like I don't know if you guys watch the show Suits, but Harvey Specter. This guy always wears suits, and I think there are a couple parts where like he's like at his house and he's not wearing a suit, or he's at the gym, and it's different, right? But you kind of always associated him with a suit, and maybe that's why the show is called Suits. So my tip is to find your personal style, and then go from there. Elevate. If you find pieces that you like, just then you can go for those pieces, and you don't have to break the bank. Honestly, like just find quality pieces of clothing. Like I rarely buy clothing. I just rotate through what I have. And sometimes, yeah, I literally just rotate what I have. If I buy stuff, it's like I'll buy it for the season, and then I won't buy it anymore. And another tip that I have, if you want to buy clothing like for great prices, buy them off season. So for example, if it's winter, try to find like you'll find a lot of like clothing stores that'll have clearance items, and they'll be from the like for the summer or the spring to summer. Like I just like for my part-time job, I literally just bought a bunch of $5 shirts, like $5 polos, and I bought a whole bunch, and I'm good for the summer, and they're nice polos too. So That's another tip. So if it's right now, it's winter. So I would say like you can probably find some summer pieces, maybe even some fall pieces now. If it's summer, then try to find some jackets. You can maybe find some jackets at a great price. So that's what I would really recommend if anything. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know how you feel about the dressing part of things. I'm gonna talk a little more about that. About just feeling better, looking better. A lot of, because I've been personally the last 2 years, I've been working on like last 2 3 years. I've been working a lot on like the way that I look, and not obsessing over it. Like not being like, oh, I need to like look like this supermodel or something. Like, no, nothing crazy. I just try to enhance my looks. It just helps me overall feel better. It helps with business as well, and yeah, just overall, taking care of yourself. Cleanliness is, for a lot of faiths, Islam as well. Cleanliness is something that's very underrated. Something that we don't talk about enough. Cleanliness is very important. So to stay clean, be clean, is something that we should definitely keep in mind. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, and let me know what other videos you want me to make. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay authentic, and peace.